So, Cristiano, what do you think of the football boots Nike have definitely not been paying you to wear for the last 20 years?
To be honest, the best. I don't know why, don't ask me why.
Hello and welcome to SubStanceFtbl. In this video I'll be giving you a quick overview as well as an on-feet of the Nike Mercurial Vapor 14/Superfly 8s. The boots are worn by the likes of Cristiano Ronaldo, Kylian Mbappe, Erling Haaland, Eden Hazard and Bruno Fernandes. So starting off with the insole, nothing really new here. It's just like the normal insole that you get with any Mercurial. But what is different though is that they've not included Nike grip on this. So Nike grip is Nike's kind of non-slip technology that they use in your football boots so your feet don't move around in your boot when you're playing or running around. They've removed that. Whether it's still there, I don't know, but you know, it's just you don't have the big Nike grip logo that's usually on the insoles on it this time around. And then you have this on the other side. So this is just like this kind of detail that you see just to help keep the insole in place. So on the other inside of the boot you can't really see. There'll be like kind of the imprint, which like when you put these inside then they don't slip. So there's not too many visual changes in terms of the boots themselves, but what is new is the upper. So Nike have finally stopped using fly knit uppers on the Mercurial, thank goodness. Instead they've used this vapor posit with, I think it came out with the Dragonfly. They've got this like different zones, the 7+ zones for performance. I've got this theory that was already on the Mercurial Vapor 13s, but you could, you know, it wasn't kind of highlighted, but you know, it is what it is. In my opinion, the vapor posit, it's a step in the right direction. The fly knit, it was a horrible process to break in. It was very stiff right at the box, and it was very stiff for a while as well. The vapor posit is very soft, very pliable straight out of the box, and you could probably just play a game straight out of the box. You don't probably need to break them in. There's probably one of the only boots or the Mercurials that I've had where you can just play in them straight away. And I've had a very kind of sketchy parts of Mercurials. I've had, like, in terms of the top end, I've had the 8, I've had the 10, I had the Superfly 4, and Mercurial Vapor 13. So on now, these are the latest ones. I've got the Superfly 8. In terms of how they feel, I feel these are probably the most unique. They're probably the best fitting Mercurials I've got as well. So although people will say, oh, there's not much changes, that's a step backwards, I'm like, no, I feel like it's a small step forward, in my opinion. The fly knit, in my opinion, I was not a big fan. They still kept some fly knit, you know, they've got the knitted dynamic fit collar and the kind of lace area, which is still fly knit, which is also, it's good for comfort there, but it's just when they've got a kind of padded, or I don't even know what to call it, a kind of texture they usually had over the fly knit. It made the boot very stiff, but you know, it's still very soft in the tongue area. So, you know, that's also one benefit that Nike still kept. And then let's look at the sole plate. Sole plate has also changed as well. So it's changed in the fact that it's no longer a 2-piece sole plate. It's now just one connected sole plate altogether. So you now got this kind of spine that runs down the middle. I guess that's just for like structural rigidity and that kind of like spring back that you get when you're running. So it gives you like that extra kind of like push when you're running. So it kind of gives the illusion that you're running fast. So you're not really running fast, so no more what they tell you. But it's still the same kind of aggressive sole plate that we've seen on the last, I want to say, since the Mercurial Vapor 12. So like this is the 3rd generation to use this kind of stud configuration, should I say, probably is a better word. The chevron studs, as you can see, very aggressive, should be very good for changing directions. Now on to the on-feet section of the video. Now for the on-feet section of the video. So this is what the Mercurial Superfly 8 look like on feet. In terms of sizing, I wear a 9.5 UK, and this is what I got the size of the boots, and I'd say the fit is pretty much perfect. So if you're looking to get the boots for yourself, I'm pretty much gonna say just get true to size and you'll be fine. In terms of if they fit wide or narrow feet, I'd still say it is a Mercurial, and like always it's gonna be fitting a more narrow fitted foot. So wide fit people, sorry, this still isn't the Mercurial Vapor for you. Unless you like blisters and foot aches, then please go ahead and get the boot themselves. In terms of overall comfort, straight out of the box, they're much more comfortable than the Vapor 13s. I think I've mentioned that a few times already, but yeah, like it's almost night and day how much more comfortable than they are. The upper is flexible and pliable, and then I'd say I'd be comfortable wearing these into a game just straight out of the box. In terms of other parts like the DF collar, people always ask. So DF is dynamic fit if you want to wear. It's not there for protection. It's just there for, I guess, to improve the feel of the boot. And I guess maybe it does that. But if you was to get if you were to ask me to get the Superfly 8 or the Vapor 14s, I'd just get the Vapor 14s. Really and truly, you're going to pay, what, £20 more for a sock? Really and truly, no one's going to pay £20 for a sock. Or you shouldn't be anyway. But yeah, I only got these because they didn't have the Vapor 14s in my size. So yeah, but you know what, they're pretty much the same boot. The DF doesn't really have any real performance benefits. They're still going to perform the same